It was an absolutely brutal day for Donald Trump in court. In his criminal trial, you can see his lawyer right here, Todd Blanche, just looking absolutely disgusted at Donald Trump as Donald Trump is giving these impromptu press conferences where he's just further swirling the drain and attacking the judge. He was apparently even defaming E. Jean Carroll and talking about justice and Goron. Like, it's quite frankly the ranting and ravings of a lunatic. It was also reported that Donald Trump appeared to continuously fall asleep during testimony. Here's how it was reported by Lisa Rubin and Alan Smith. Trump appears to have fallen asleep while listening to testimony, at times appearing to stir and then falling back to sleep. Trump's eyes were closed for extended periods and his head has at times jerked in a way consistent with sleeping. In other words, he was sleeping. Donald Trump arrived in court. He was told that he could attend Barron's graduation, to which we hear, this was a funny one, that Barron is apparently appealing Justice Merchan's ruling that Donald Trump may attend Barron's graduation to the Appellate Division First Department. Of course, I am joking, but Justice Merchan never told Donald Trump that he couldn't attend Barron's graduation. It was just Donald Trump who was whining about that. Also in attendance in court to watch Donald Trump fall asleep and watch the devastating testimony on Tuesday was Eric Trump, along with indicted Texas corrupt Attorney General and impeached Attorney General Ken Paxton was there as well. And then Donald Trump, after the trial, after Keith Davidson, the lawyer for Stormy Daniels and Karen McDougal, gave absolutely devastating testimony against Donald Trump, after a C-SPAN archivist showed up in court and authenticated videos of Donald Trump saying, "I don't know who these women are, this is all a lie," and videos of Donald Trump praising Michael Cohen, what a great lawyer he was. After all this stuff went down, showing what Donald Trump truly thought about Michael Cohen at that time. Of course, David Pecker testified last week that he was in the White House where Donald Trump thanked him for handling the Karen McDougal situation and the doorman situation. David Pecker said that Donald Trump told him he would be taking care of a payment to Michael Cohen. After all of that, this is what Donald Trump is saying. Donald Trump is saying that the proceedings are moving way too fast. They're going way too quickly. And then Donald Trump also says that no one's ever had to sit in court as long as he has, which is the whole thing absolutely makes no sense at all. Just again, take a look at what Donald Trump looks like right now at court. I mean, look at these photos of him. Look at what a deranged and just complete mess he looks like. This is what Donald Trump posted after trial on Tuesday. He goes, "This is a total witch hunt, hours of sitting down and listening to nothing except exoneration and lies. The trial is going like a speeding bullet because the judge is working hard to make all of his friends happy. Merchan is rigged, crooked, and above all and without question conflicted. It's a disgrace to our country. They've taken away my right to free speech, election interference." There he is again, whining about how long things are taking. Just again, so bizarre, and saying that it's moving like a speeding bullet. It's also going exceedingly fast. I mean, you gotta pick a side here, Donald Trump. Which one is it? By the way, here is Donald Trump after he left trial. Here's Donald Trump talking about how unfair things are, how upset he is. Just watch him whine for a second. Play this clip.
You have a judge who's totally conflicted, totally, absolutely conflicted, that he's rushing this case through. I'll tell you what, somebody just told me they'd never sat for such a long period of time in a courthouse before. It's ridiculous. I'm supposed to be in Georgia. I'm supposed to be in New Hampshire. I'm supposed to be in Ohio and lots of other places.
And here again, he attacks the gag order and says that the gag order is very unfair. Here, play that clip.
Thank you very much. This gag order is not only unique, it's totally unconstitutional. I'm the Republican candidate for President of the United States. I received this honor in record time. Nobody's ever gone faster. It's never happened. Nobody's ever got the numbers that we got. And I'm sitting in a courthouse all day long listening to this stuff.
Here is Lisa Rubin from MSNBC, and here she talks about the games and puzzles and ways that Donald Trump's lawyers are trying to keep Donald Trump awake so he doesn't keep falling asleep in front of the jury. Play this clip.
Really quickly, if I can, Lisa, your observations on Donald Trump today.
Sleeping. Again,
Sleeping.
You know, they have tried a number of different devices. Yeah, sleeping for a lot of it. I would say they've tried a number of different devices to keep Trump awake, partially in response, or what appears to be in response to collective press corps observations. So, for example, when there are sidebars, an attorney doesn't leave his side anymore because leaving him alone means leaving him to potentially sleep. He has a stack of papers with him at all times now to go through. But neither of those things seem to have protected Trump from his own exhaustion today. More than not, when I looked up to see how Trump was receiving the testimony, Trump was not receiving it at all because his eyes were closed.
And here, by the way, Donald Trump just randomly starts defaming E. Jean Carroll again. Here, play this clip.
And this judge is terrible, and Kaplan is terrible. Gave a person, I have no idea who she is, $91 million. This is a corrupt system we're in.
Let's be real, most guys would wear a t-shirt every day of their lives if they could. The problem is, most t-shirts are not acceptable to wear at work or out on a hot date. Today's sponsor, Cuts, has finally changed that. Cuts t-shirts are such high quality, wrinkle-free, and so buttery soft that you can look like you're dressing up even when you're dressing down. Yeah, you heard that. Wrinkle-free. You never have to substitute comfort for fashion ever again. For a limited time, you can save money while redefining the dress code by heading to cutsclothing.com and use code Meidas for 20% off. Now, I wear Cuts clothing all the time, and I love how breathable and soft their clothing is. I'm wearing it right now. When I'm in my Cuts clothing, I feel sharper than ever. Not only has Cuts completely changed the t-shirt game, they have tons of other simple yet sophisticated items. Their bottoms stretched to fit joggers look way better than your khakis and are 1,000 times more comfortable. When you touch something from Cuts, you can immediately feel the quality. Cuts clothing is built to last. Their durable construction means you'll be able to enjoy your favorite t-shirts and pants for years to come, making them a smart investment for your wardrobe. Now, for a limited time, our listeners get 20% off your entire order when you use code Meidas at checkout. That's 20% off your order at cutsclothing.com with promo code Meidas. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Experience the perfect blend of style and comfort with Cuts clothing.
And then when he arrived in court earlier in the morning, he talked about having to go into an ice box. Play this clip.
So I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. And I'm going to go into the ice box now and sit for about 8 hours or 9 hours. I'd much rather be in Georgia. I'd much rather be in Florida. I'd much rather be in states that are in play, states that, I'd like to be able to campaign. Biden.
And here he is as well, saying that special counsel Jack Smith has his hands in a cookie jar. What? Here, play this clip.
And all of the cases are, frankly, all of them are. You probably saw last night that Jack Smith got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. It was released late last night, and it's a big story. The documents case is a hoax created by them for election interference purposes. And so that one looks like it's going asunder. A brilliant judge saw some facts, and I haven't read what was revealed yet. It just came out. But the document hoax is indeed a hoax. The whole thing is a hoax. All of them are hoaxes, including the civil cases. They're controlled by the White House. They're controlled by Democrat judges and prosecutors that were put there specifically. They hate Trump. And the people.
In any event, as our editor-in-chief Ron Filipkowski wrote, on the left you have MAGA cult Trump, On the right is what actual Trump looks like in trial. And then again, as you go through some of the testimony as well by, take a look at Keith Davidson, who was the lawyer for Karen McDougal, the lawyer for Stormy Daniels. Keith Davidson's text messages were just absolutely devastating. Here's what he had to say. Ultimately, Donald Trump was not paying Stormy Daniels pursuant to their deal. And one of the things that Keith Davidson was talking about was that I think that they was talking about with some of the AMI folks, the people on the National Enquirer, how it seems that the Trump impersonators spend more cash than Donald Trump. They were mocking Trump for being so frugal. I think one of the most important pieces of testimony that came out was when Keith Davidson said, when I was dealing with Michael Cohen, I understood that I was dealing with Donald Trump. That's who I understood. We had a copy of the settlement agreements with McDougal, and we have, Keith Davidson talking about all the contemporaneous things that were happening. Of course, you've got Donald Trump, videos of him at the same time from 2016 saying that, as I mentioned earlier, that he doesn't know who any of these women are and that it's all BS and he would never do any of these things. He's got the videos of him praising Michael Cohen. You've got Keith Davidson, again, just matter-of-factly walking through what went down, his dealings with Cohen, his dealings with Trump, his dealings with AMI, his dealings with Cohen on behalf of Trump, his dealings with AMI on behalf of Trump. And, he laid it all out there. You layer that on with David Pecker. You go through the text messages of them talking about the deal, the money hitting. And, I think it's devastating. I mean, also, we've learned that Donald Trump is pissed off at his lawyer, Todd Blanche. Trump is now venting about his lawyer. He wants his lawyer to be more aggressive and more assertive. This from the reporting by Maggie Haberman and Jonathan Swan. While he may have been one of Trump's favorite lawyers in the past, Donald Trump is saying that he's not being aggressive enough. Donald Trump keeps complaining about Todd Blanche not being aggressive. And notably, Alina Habba didn't deny the story. She simply said in a statement to the New York Times that Blanche is a crucial part of the legal team, and they left it at that. So on Thursday, there will be another contempt hearing. Donald Trump was found in contempt. Justice Merchan warned Donald Trump that he could be sentenced to jail for up to 30 days for future violations of the gag order. Well, we've got another gag order hearing, Trump violating gag order hearing, contempt hearing coming up on Thursday, tomorrow. So just check back in. Karen Friedman, Agnifilo, and I are going to be doing more updates here. We will keep you posted each and every step of the way, of course, on the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million together. Thanks for watching.
Enough! Send him to the big house, not the White House. Get the new exclusive tees, mugs, and stickers right now at store.meidastouch.com. That's store.meidastouch.com.